guys, welcome back to One Pretty Little Box. I am Sheila and I am so glad that you're here. I figured since it had been a while since I really did a good video, I was just going to chit chat and catch you up on a lot. As you guys know, I am a teacher. I teach pre-K, and last week was all about getting ready, and the couple weeks before that was getting my home ready for a new puppy and just getting some things done that had been neglected around the house. Like windows and carpets and those kind of things that we just tend to put off till we absolutely have to do them. And you know, it was just a lot of hectic, crazy stuff. Now, my kids have not gone back to school. They will go back next week, but I am back full force. And I told my co-teacher today, this is a harvest year for me. I'm thinking her too, I don't know. But for me specifically, I know that this is a harvest year. It's a harvest year for the classroom setting. It's a harvest year for me professionally in my position at the preschool. And I have a feeling it's going to be a harvest year all the way around. And it just excites me completely. I thought I would share a story. I had a kid in my class who had him last year in my class all year, and his family is very precious. Every family that we get is, and I was kind of shocked when I found out they didn't re-enroll him. You know, when parents do that, you kind of can think, well, was it something, you know, did we not live up to the expectations that they had, or, you know, was there something wrong that maybe something our ministry at the preschool could have helped with. Come to find out, they had put him in another program, and the poor kid was just miserable. So on the day of open house, I have a conversation with one of my directors, and apparently that child's parent had called and to see if we had a space available, and she found out that I would be his teacher again, and she was ecstatic. Apparently this poor sweet baby had gone to this particular school and cried every day. Cried to be dropped off, cried when he got picked up because he had to be there all day, cried at home, didn't want to go in the mornings. How miserable is it to be so fearful and so unhappy, yet having to do it? We do that to ourselves sometimes, don't we? This poor child didn't have a choice. I mean, that's just what his parents had done. But anyway, they decided to go ahead and put him back in our pre-K. And when he walked in the door and he saw my face, he ran up to me and he gave me a great big hug. And he said, "Miss Sheila, I've missed you." And he immediately turned around, looked at his mom and said, "Mom, I love you." And the way he said "I love you" was, you could read the intention behind it. It wasn't just words, you know. He was saying, "Mom, thank you for listening to my need. Thank you for providing the opportunities I need. And thank you for trusting and going with your instincts." And her and I both made eye contact. We teared up. It was just the sweetest thing in the world. And he just was grinning ear to ear. They kind of kept it a surprise until they got to the school, and then they told him. And so he was just floored and excited and relieved to know that he did not have to go back to the school that he was not comfortable in. And in a sense, it was like, I needed that. I needed to hear those words, because we don't always see the fruit of what happens around us. We don't always see the fruit of what we do and how it impacts others. And to get to see that was just amazing. So I'm here to challenge you. If you're doing something you absolutely don't want to do, don't like to do, take a breath, breathe in, and figure out what it is that you really do want to do. Now, I need to kind of backtrack, because I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do things that make you feel uncomfortable. As adults, we often need to be pushed more out of our comfort zone than ever, because as children, we constantly put kids outside of their comfort zone and their comfort box. But as adults, we choose not to because it hurts. We choose not to because it's a lot of work. We choose not to because we'd rather just stay in our comfort zone where we know what everything is. But I can tell you, because I've pushed myself out of that comfort box and refused to stay there, I am now reaping the benefits and I'm feasting on this greatness. And it's really, I don't want it to sound conceited or anything. I mean, it is greatness, and it's greatness that I'm experiencing. But it's just greatness that has been developed and time just given, and many emotions and feelings and all that stuff just crammed and shook up a little bit and kind of, okay, it's kind of like when you play Yahtzee. Put the dice in the cup, you shake it, and you jump them. Well, what you gonna get? What if you got all sixes all the time? That's kind of boring. Well, when we stay in our comfort zone, life is boring too. So I'm challenging you today to go ahead and get out of that comfort zone box. Stop and reap the harvest year that's here. I know I'm not the only one who's experiencing a harvest season before autumn. And so I want to know if you are. Are you experiencing something in your life that all of a sudden you're now seeing the fruit from it? You might have put in all this work right here, but now all of a sudden you have fruit on the tree. If you are, I'd love to know. Comment below. Let's get a conversation going, a healthy conversation. We may have different beliefs, different opinions, different philosophies, but we all have one outcome we want, and that is to become greater people than what we were the day before, the year before, the decade before. And I am grateful to feel that right now, this minute, I very well am a much greater person than I was even last year at this time. 2 years ago at this time. It's pretty amazing. It's a great place to be. And I want to challenge you to push yourself out of that comfort spot so that you too can experience the greatness that I am feeling. Until I talk to you next time. Oh, tomorrow you guys are going to get a peek at my planner. You will not get a grocery haul. Sorry. It was a crazy rainy weather, and yesterday I woke up at 3:45 in the morning. I did not lay down until after 9 o'clock at night. I did not sit down to do absolutely nothing until about 6:30 last night. And it went downhill from there quick because I was exhausted. It was just one of those days. This is, like I said, the last week that my kids are home. So next week, all those videos should come back into play. Regular grocery hauls. I think I'm going to hit a couple different stores. I'm ready to trim my budget a little bit. And I'm ready to experience and create some new recipes. It's the time of year that I like to do that, which is crazy because it's the busiest time of year, but it is what it is. So until next time, I hope you guys have a fantabulous Wednesday. Hug someone in your house and let them know how much you appreciate them. And know that I appreciate you.